Waking up to a massive windfall is the ultimate dream. Yet historically, a sudden surge in unmanaged capital functions as a systemic shock. In the 14th century, the Emperor of Mali, Mansa Musa, embarked on a pilgrimage to Mecca with a caravan carrying literal tons of gold. By distributing this wealth across Cairo, he triggered the quantity theory of money. When the money supply spikes while the production of actual goods remains static, the value of that money collapses. The sheer volume of gold devalued the currency for over a decade. Prices for basic goods skyrocketed, plunging the regional economy into a period of debilitating hyperinflation. Wealth at this scale is a destructive force if the physical economy lacks the capacity to absorb it. This same pattern of collapse applies to the individual. Psychologists call it sudden wealth syndrome, a state where the brain's internal equilibrium is overwhelmed by financial hyperinflation. Modern lotteries create this exact trigger. A $2 investment translates into an instantaneous influx of hundreds of millions, requiring a level of financial responsibility the winner is rarely prepared for. The resulting identity crisis often leads to isolation. Winners struggle with unearned guilt, withdraw from friends out of fear, and succumb to a paralyzing inability to make basic financial choices. Without mental or structural dams, a sudden surge of capital destroys the individual system as effectively as it destabilizes an empire. Moving capital across a population of over 1 billion people requires a precision that physical currency cannot provide. India's direct benefit transfer system uses a digital framework to eliminate the leakages and corruption inherent in analog delivery. This infrastructure relies on the JAM Trinity, the integration of Jan Dhan bank accounts, Aadhaar biometric IDs, and mobile numbers. Aadhaar provides every citizen with a unique financial address. By utilizing biometric authentication, the government verifies the recipient's identity at the moment of transfer, removing the risk of fraudulent claims. Mobile connectivity allows the state to bypass physical subsidies, like fuel or grain, that were once easily intercepted. Targeted aid now flows directly into the bank accounts of the intended recipients. By digitizing these transfers, the state replaces an unpredictable flood of capital with a controlled surgical stream of data. This chart shows the growth of total fund transfers in central schemes since 2014. The direct benefit transfer model manages over 300 programs. By cutting out intermediaries, the system has saved the government an estimated $27 billion. However, a system frictionless enough to instantly route money to millions is, by design, frictionless enough to be instantly stopped. The ability to precisely manage the flow of capital also grants the power to shut the valve entirely. This friction is visible in the crisis of sudden zero, the immediate freezing of bank accounts by cyber police. Under Section 106 of the BNSS, authorities have the power to freeze any account suspected of being property linked to a criminal offense. Because digital capital leaves a permanent trail, an account can be frozen entirely if even a tiny fraction of illicit funds from a cyber fraud touches it. One red node can lock down an entire cluster of innocent accounts. This is the shock of sudden deprivation. It creates the same isolation and anxiety as sudden wealth syndrome, but it is triggered by absolute systemic exclusion. In a digital economy, the state's ability to de-property a citizen is as instantaneous as a lottery win. To counter this, the law requires that every account seizure be reported forthwith, immediately, to a jurisdictional magistrate. The magistrate serves as the essential judicial check, with the authority to order a defreeze if the police fail to demonstrate a direct nexus to a crime. Capital has migrated from the physical weight of Mansa Musa's gold to the encoded data of the JAM Trinity. Survival now depends on the legal and digital infrastructures that control these flows. Your financial existence is tied to the stability of your connection to the system that authenticates it.